Baloch leader in exile, Brahumdagh Bugti, has sought asylum in India. He's officially now said he will be filing papers. The Baloch Republican Party chief will approach India, Afghanistan and Bangladesh to file a case against China at the International Court of Justice. The Baloch Republican Party has decided to file criminal cases against Pakistan Army generals at the International Criminal Courts. Remember, we broke the story first on India Today, and now it's official.
Government से अपनी asylum का दरख्वास्त करूँगा. So definitely within few days, as I said in my statement, कि हम इस पर आज ही से काम करेंगे. So definitely we will discuss it and we will go to the Indian embassy to formally ask for asylum.
He's now, Brahumdagh Bugti has now said this officially in a press conference. Remember, India Today was the first channel to break this story when we interviewed him. When I interviewed him, he told me very clearly, one, he will seek asylum in India, and two, he will file cases against Pakistan Army generals for gross human rights violations and genocide in Balochistan. And I want to bring in my colleague Smita Sharma for more on this story. Smita, take us through the timing of this decision and the implications of this decision.
Well, Mr. Bugti had informed that this party, the Balochistan Republican Party, would be meeting on 18th and 19th of September prior to taking a decision about formally approaching India to seek asylum, which has now happened. What we are being told is that this afternoon at 4 o'clock local time in Switzerland, which is around 7:30 India time, is when Mr. Bugti will formally apply, for the asylum with all the papers at the Indian embassy in Bern. So we would be getting in those visuals as well once that's done. And the ball really will be in India's court, because this is going to be clearly a very interesting case for India to see, given the fact that Narendra Modi took to the ramparts of the Red Fort to announce his support to the Baloch cause on the 15th of August this year. And in previous interactions, in fact, Mr. Bugti has said that in Switzerland, barring short of physically detaining him, actually the Swiss authorities have not been cooperating with him at all. His party is on a terror watch list, and also there is a red corner Interpol notice against him from Pakistan, which is why it's very difficult for him to campaign for the cause of Baloch on international, in fact, global stages, and that's why he's now looking at India to offer him asylum.
Okay, but the other aspect of this story that Brahumdagh Bugti says his legal team will file cases against Pakistan Army generals with evidence on gross human rights violations and genocide in Balochistan.
As far as those cases are concerned, Gaurav, we know that for India, there have been several cases, including the cases like the Saurabh Kalia case, where the Indian government has been questioned time and again as to why it hasn't been taken Pakistan to an international court. But there are limitations there. Of course, both, when you go to the International Court of Justice or the criminal court, there are protocols in place, and India normally does not take these military cases there, but it will be a different approach to see in case if there is evidence that the Baloch leaders are able to provide, whether the international community will come and stand with them as well or not towards this cause. But, keeping in mind that India recently denied a visa to a Chinese dissident leader simply to come and attend a conference in Dharamshala, Dolphin Isa, which had raised, several questions about the Indian government's commitment to what it says. So this will be a test case whether the government really goes ahead and processes the asylum papers for Mr. Bugti or not.
In this case, China is a different story. Pakistan and Balochistan. And in this case, a question was put to the Foreign Secretary, S. Jaishankar, on this?
Officially, the government's version so far has been that they will, cross the river when they come to it. That once the papers come in, that India at the moment has not decided. But, we saw at the meeting, the 33rd session, in the second right of reply, Ambassador Ajit Kumar, who is India's ambassador to Geneva permanent, he in fact raised the issue of Balochistan on a global stage. He talked about Pakistan's atrocities in Balochistan as well as in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. So while India clearly is still trying to figure out, the scale and the shape of things when it comes to its endorsement of the Baloch movement, the Dolko-Nisa case is something that sources tell us that the government will, of course, consider it in all seriousness and give this application the sincerest of thoughts once this application is filed formally.
Okay, Smita Sharma, for the moment, many thanks.